Hi everyone, welcome back to the allotment. Had another lovely afternoon here. The rain over the weekend, we had quite a lot of rain, and it was much needed because everything's sort of perked up a little bit and sort of, got a new lease of life. A number of the seedlings have started coming up just with that extra bit of moisture. So yeah, it's been a lovely afternoon, done lots of weeding and various tidying and so on. But of course I am here for the allotment dram. And today I've picked the Suntory Toki. This is from the House of Suntory. I've gone Japanese today, and this is actually a blended Japanese whiskey. And what they've done is to take the two single malt distilleries that they have, which is Hakushu and Yamazaki. So they've taken single malts from there, and then they've also taken grain whiskey from their Cheetah distillery. So these are then blended together to create the Toki, which came out probably a couple of years ago or so. And of course Japanese whiskey is now sort of way more popular, probably the most popular it's ever been, way more popular than it ever was. And I mean, I think back to when I started in whiskey retail, so 10 or 12 years ago, and you almost couldn't sell a bottle of Japanese whiskey for love nor money. But of course that's all changed sort of 5 or 6 years ago when it started winning lots of awards, including some very major ones, and then people started really sort of looking out for it and buying it. And now some of the whiskies are, particularly the ones that carry the age statements, are very, very expensive indeed. But the Toki is very nice, about what, 35, 40 pounds at most places. So let's have a taste. As you can see, it's very light, sort of almost like a lemon yellow in terms of the colour. And yeah, on the nose, that really comes through on the nose as well. It's very fragrant but very light, delicate, and it's got a lovely sweetness, like a vanilla, sort of bit of honey, but there's some green fruit, there's some pear and apple there, but there's also some citrus fruit. It's like a zesty sort of lemon, maybe a tiny bit of almost like grapefruit or something else like that. So let's have a taste. Wow, I mean, the whiskies, when you smell them, the idea is that it really gives you an idea of what you're about to taste, and this is perfect example of that. This really replicates what you're getting from the nose. That lovely delicate, the citrus in particular comes through, but then there's the wonderful sort of honey and vanilla, but it does have this sort of freshness and vibrancy that really quite delicious. It might be a bit light for some people, but really good, and this makes a great sort of whiskey highball. Very traditional mizuwari, the very traditional Japanese drink, which is literally some light whiskey like this, load of ice in a highball glass, and then just topped up with some soda or sparkling water, and absolutely delicious, particularly on a hot day. And yeah, so there we are. That's the allotment dram for today. Nice bit of Japanese whiskey there from the House of Suntory, the Toki. So until next time, I hope you keep safe and keep well, and see you again soon. Cheers.